Hi everyone, it's Evelyn. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you. A lot of really cool messages came through. Again, please stay tuned. Take a deep breath. Okay. Please forgive me. I just got back from my run, so I'm still sweating a bit. And I might still be catching my breath. Today is August 24th, 2020, so we have the 24 of the Queen of Wands. And the 36 for the day. The day adds up to 36-9, which is important. I'll get to that in a second. I did want to thank you all for joining me here and for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And please do so if you like the content. And please share the video. It really helps my channel. And it is a 7-deck read for the Divine Masculine today, the Masculine within the Feminine as well. And it is a general read, so don't force it to fit if something doesn't resonate. The 24, the Queen of Wands, so very creative, dynamic, popular, energetic, passionate energy today. And the day adds up to 36, and that's interesting too. 36 is the 10 of Wands, the Atlas energy, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, but it's also coming up as a very significant number. You notice that today's number, the 24th and the 26th, are both 12s, right? 12, 24, 36. But 36, it comes up more significantly because 36 is a 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. And the sequence of 36s, 36, 72, 108, 144, 180, is very significant because they're all divisible by 3, 6, and 9. So the Fibonacci sequence also comes up. 144, I think, is the 13th number in the Fibonacci. And for the, yeah, I think it was the 13th. But anyway, the number 36 is coming up as very significant today with that. And I was also getting like the 12th, 13th, and 14th numbers, all of them being significant. 180 coming up was significant today after the 144 and the 36, 72, 108, 144, and 108. So the 108, the 144, and the 180. Moving from 18, I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. Well, anyway, it is Monday. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck, which is the main deck for this read, at 913, which are both ending numbers, the 9 of endings, the Hermit, the collective consciousness, compassion, and then the 13, which is the Death card, transition, transformation, endings. And it's also a higher octave. It's like 12 is the completion, but 13 is the connection to the next. Okay? Just like in Tara, 9 is the completion, but 10 is the connection to the next. It's not actually the end. It's already into the new. So 13 is the same type of energy there. I finished the read at 9:38, which is the Hermit and the Queen of Cups. And we are in Virgo now. So we have the 9 of the Hermit and the 38 of the Queen of Cups. It's very Virgo energy. And then we have the major arcana for this read was just the Shadow, or the Devil card. Before the read, because I do pull a couple cards on either end of the read, I had the Starseed and the Justice cards prior to the read. So Starseed is like the Fool and then Justice. We had 3 Pentacles, 3 Wands, and 4 Swords. And then the Court cards here were King of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and then after the read, the Page of Cups, and before the read, the Knight of Swords. So I wanted to also let you know that both the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles are significant being in this read, because the 4 of Pentacles is the Divine Masculine in the Batcave, And the Seven of Pentacles is the Divine Feminine in the E Tower. And it comes up again in the read today in a funny way. So the code line today was all about forgiveness. And the code line message was very cool today. The Four of Flames is the challenge here today, which is the Union card, the Home card, also the Castle. And also the block came up in the code line today, which is the Knight of Crystals. They were both reversed in the read. So the numbers here on the code line was 14 with the numbers 10 and 4 adding to 14. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, 4 is the Emperor, and then 14 is the Temperance card. And then we had triple fours in the read today, so very angelic realms energy. We also had 334, not 333, but 334, and then 444. So fours were very significant today. And we also had 11 of Justice, 55 of the Ace of Swords, the Truth, the 1 of the Magician, 45 of the 5 of Cups, 7 of the Chariot, 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, 14 the Temperance, 57 the 3 of Swords, 710, which is 0 behind 71, which is the 3 of Pentacles, the co-creation card for me. And then 13, that's like a cross between 13 and 14. That's pretty funny because I talked about 13 and 14 being significant. So 13 came up, which is the Death card or transition, endings. 34 of the 8 of Wands. 33 is the Christ vibration as well as the 7 of Wands. Standing up for yourself, taking the high road. And then 45, which I brought up already. So the code line, after death, so again, it's always the twin flame journey is very much about the Mary Magdalene and Jesus template. So after death regards Jesus and Mary Magdalene on the cross. After death, need to center, or that phi energy of needing to come back to pi, being centered and balanced. The mass source, the collective consciousness, in other words, the one of two. The moral man toggling up in their high vibration, their destiny, as actors in the union to imagine, to believe, to think. The 4 of Wands, the home in union with the Knight of Pentacles proposing. So it was very interesting here because some of the words from yesterday or the acronyms from yesterday came up. So the Antikarana Bridge came up again today, as well as the breakdown. So the Kara in Antikarana Bridge comes up again today. And right after I did the code line, also Adam came up from the code line, all these A names, Adam and Abe and Apple, and also circumcision. And then the word from yesterday, Kara, from Antikarana Bridge came up because I remembered that rib came up and Adam came up. So Adam's rib, and there was a relationship here, and then Apple and the core, you follow? And then Abe was coming up with the branch of the family, like the Levi branch. And then and then intention was also a meaning of Kara, which is the intention is what's inside, is what's important. So also the white throat dipper bird, a bird came up from Kara, as well as billiards, which is about the Q and the upside down pyramid, the rack, and then also the wing can be considered like a rib, because it's the bone of the body. Being off center though, like a rib is off the side and so is the wing, whereas the core is in the middle. So it was kind of interesting the way that came up. So again, phi comes up in the code line here. Phi, either Fi or Phi, doesn't matter, which the other day came up not only as phi, as that heating up of the human, up or getting too cold, but the expansion and then the need to pull back to center. It's also the middle of Sophia, whether it's Fi or Phi, doesn't matter. It's still the center of Sophia, the core of Sophia, the heart of Sophia. Okay, so phi was coming up big time today. And for those of you, phi is the golden ratio, meaning when you have two parallel lines, the length of the one whole line, the ratio of that to the larger part of two parts of the other line parallel to it. So you have one line that's whole and another parallel line that's in two parts. The ratio of the whole line to the larger part of the second line is the same as the ratio of the second line's larger part to its smaller part. That's the golden ratio. So the message from Sophia here was saying that the whole line of God or Jesus or Christ, or however you want to see that, is equal to the second line, which is part world, or the way the world looks at God or Jesus is the way that Sophia feels without her world. Okay? So the way the world feels without Jesus is the way Sophia feels without her world, her heart, her divine counterpart. When the world lost Jesus, Mary Magdalene lost her world, her heart. The phi is Sophia's heart. The V, the I, the me, the fourth sharp of the scale. The fourth sharp is then the fourth chakra, sharp, which is the high heart. The son or the daughter, the fire and the water. And then here's again phi, the I make or fashion, I produce, I erect, I build. This is Sophia, the feminine energy, the fidelity, the loyal and shameful. She builds, but she also ends. And then comes up the famous line from the mother, I brought you into this world, and I can take you out. What good is the world without its creator? What good am I without my heart, my love, my reason for being here? To expand my love, so I then have children, a rib of Adam, a branch of Abe's family, but only I hold the core of the apple, and without the core I cannot breathe. Without my Sadar, or Sadar, the start of everything, the lucky number 6 of the lovers, and the Seder, the Seder, the first meal in honor of the exodus from Egypt, the EE, and then the Urban Dictionary Seder, Sader, a very kind and fun-loving character who is also a beast, or in other words, Kara. This one with A and E, arts and entertainment. They were from HamariWeb.com and Merriam-Webster.com. And then it came up jam versus dam. What's the difference between a jam and a dam? The jam is an upright, permanent support of a man-made fixture. A dam is a delay to help things run smoother. So the Anta-Karana, the reason why they both came up is because Anta, one of its meanings is jam, J-A-M-B, a permanent upright support that means well, has good intentions. But in Anta-Karana, Karana means to punish. So also indigo, the digo came up D-I-G-O, which means dam, or to swim or bathe in, right? To stop, to pause something in order to swim in it or swim around in a little bit, right? Or saying I mend, right? So to go back and review. So the dam is a delay to help things run smoother when natural things are out of control, or in other words, trying to control nature. So jam is a human supporting with an upright piece another man-made fixture, but a dam is trying to control nature that is not in our control. So when we feel it's out of control, something is out of our control, you know, we want to say, wait, stop. That's the dam. Like, let it delay for a minute so I can catch everything, so I can understand what's going on here. So the Anta is jam, the Digo is dam. But in Antakarana, or purgatory, we have the Anta, which is the jam, the man-made thing, you know, the man-made support of another man-made fixture, with the H between the Anta and the Karana meaning to punish. So the H being in the center is because the lowercase n for me is Jesus, and then the stalk going upward is Jesus toggling upward. It's in the center, in the middle, the core, Jesus reaching up for you, helping you to reach up to the H, the capital H, to grow up to the H, to the 8 of the dance, and in other words, to make it fun. Because otherwise there's intention to stew the Karana. Is the intent, the phi, I'm trying to think where I'm going here. The intention and stewing, the core and the house go together. The purpose is to reign or to be, because the motive is illness. To be is to be ill, because the human is in an abnormal state by being human in itself. So thigh came up. That was very significant there, because just to be human is to be ill, because we are not in our original love state, right? We're in these human bodies, which is very dense. So that's the reason why Antakarana Bridge is saying someone who means well, but is supporting a structure that punishes by being human. So you mean well, but something you may, like something a mother may be doing to you may be actually not helping you, but punishing you. Or a mother punishing their child because they mean well, not knowing what your true purpose is. So there's a lot of very interesting things coming up here. So thigh came up again, THI, which means pig, water, breast, thigh, to say, because, for, since, the, blood, poetry, to complete, to take an exam, TI, TEE, to think, to imagine, consider, believe, and suppose, which is why THI came up with the code line, because THI was in the code line. And it was coming up with acting, right? The SAG is the Screen Actors Guild, the union. The union of the actor is to imagine your life, right? To play the part. And by using your imagination is how you grow and expand into union. So FIV was also coming up, which means feline immunodeficiency virus for the feline. And it also means factor 1V, which is also the emperor. But FIV is also phi plus V. And for me, V is the feminine because it represents the vaginal canal, but also the upside down pyramid of the feminine, and the phi of, again, the golden ratio, but also the divine feminine, the Sophia's heart. The expansion, where we then need to come back to center again because we're toggling up, but we're human. We're not meant to be in the etheric realms. So we always have to make sure we ground back to Gaia. Sophia's heart needs to center. So the message here was Sophia's heart, and then the portal of creation, which is the vaginal canal. And Fi and V need to come together. They need to reconcile with themselves. The feminine's heart has to reconcile with her canal of creation. The feminine's key. The masculine's key is his mouth. The feminine's key is her ability to create a child. Right? The two portals. So the masculine needs to reconcile the feminine's heart with her ability to create a child. And so since they share a heart because they're connected through their heart, that's how he can reconcile with her. He has to reconcile through the heart first before they can reconcile physically. So the Antakarana comes up equaling the FIV. So the bridge, the 4D bridge, equals FIV, the phi and the V, Sophia's heart with the portal of creation. The heart equals the divine masculine, equals the connect of the divine masculine with the V, with the help of Jesus to reach up and dance. The Anta supports, the Anta is the jam, that supports the dam or the damnation, and the H is needed to center and dance and grow up, or in other words, toggle up to the etheric realms to become more feminine. So very cool. Oh, and then indigo. So DIGO is a dam. And what did we talk about the dam? We said it's a delay to help things run smoother. It slows things down when they're out of control. So indigo literally translates as in pause or in slow down. Time to take pause, indigo. All right. So definitely the golden ratio, the 1.618 was coming up here. And then I started to read it the Four of Pentacles upright, and beneath that was Starseed upright, Knight of Swords reversed, Justice reversed, and Five of Wands upright at 11:56. 11 is Justice, 56 is the Two of Swords. All right, so we're starting over here with the underlying energy with the mini cards on top. So stable, moderate, grounding and saving. After receiving a big download, holding their tongue of injustice, of the expansion, the conflict, in the pursuit of happiness. The phi, the whole must be equal to the sum of its part, or its parts. The one greater than the other. There's never two that are exactly the same, but they can't be twice as great. So here's the golden ratio, right? You have two parts. One is bigger than the other as part of the whole. If it's going to keep breaking down to the same sequence over and over again. So the whole must be equal to the sum of its parts, but one greater than the other, but not twice as great as each other. The divine masculine the divine masculine's heart in the crystal bat cave, his world complete, coming together and sharing as the King of Pentacles or philanthropist, with defensive thoughts or always on guard. On guard! Others may access all of him except his heart, for his heart is the divine feminine. Unhappy family or ending to emotional cycle, a sudden event, drama, or epiphany that the Fool is free at 12/21, which was the end of karma in 2012. But free but uncomfortable when not walking away and within. The Queen of Wands reversed with issues with the Page of Wands upright, or he may have an issue with leaving the kids alone with the Queen of Wands reversed, or someone may have fallen down the steps, or a cat has passed. The heat is on with the Page of Wands when she's sick. So here the masculine may be coming up as worrying about the Page of Wands if the Page of Wands is left alone with the Queen of Wands reversed. So it's coming up as the heat is on with the Page of Wands when the Queen of Wands reversed is sick, tired, or loses her temper, or putting a child above the other, one child above the other child, not treating them equally, or allowing kids to walk all over them, weak, or always waiting hand and foot on them, or the divine masculine spoiled the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands reversed, and children are expected to wait on them, the child leader, leading them into disaster, or just not there to lead them at all. At 12:26 is the Hangman and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. The Hermit reversed, coming out of isolation, withholding what's not working, with the Emperor reversed. And now the Emperor reversed can definitely be someone out of control, abusing their power. It can be someone who's sick, someone who's passed, someone who's just having a bad day and being pissy, right? But they're not in the positive energy, okay? So they're hesitant to offer time, money, and effort to the Emperor reversed, and this is the Hermit reversed and the Emperor reversed. They're hesitant to offer their time, money, and effort to the Emperor reversed, or the Emperor reversed is taking advantage, abuse of power over one, losing their mind. Unable to fit a square peg into an egg-shaped hole. And that's referencing the V of the vaginal canal as well. The Virgo reversed, the Aries reversed, or playing hardball with a barge or a tugboat, a streetcar that is limited in speed and track. Wasting their time or money, or a parent with dementia perhaps, at 1234 or 1234, which is the Hangman and the Eight of Wands. Past life relationships comes up for the masculine, and beneath it was worth waiting for. The Home reversed, perhaps moving, ending a marriage, or visiting someone, or having visitations. The King of Wands with affection, not red or orange, but yellow affection, right? That mellow burn, with the Queen of Cups reversed, not offering, and the Hierophant old man or narcissist not doing well or turned in their grave. Or the King of Wands is moving, leaving the Queen of Cups reversed, Hierophant reversed, and the Knight of Wands reversed all together. So the Queen of Cups, Hierophant, and Knight of Wands who are all reversed and leaving them together. Leaving behind heart-shaped butts of the Queen of Cups reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, or letting players save each other for once. The Queen of Cups reversed taking the fall and the Knight of Wands getting burnt, or that's how they see it, or no more aligning backs and butts and knees, ankles, and toes, no longer rescuing fair maidens, or the old man with the attitude, if I rescue her, she owes me favors. My hero. So again, it's saying, it's like the date. If you pay for the date, then the girl has to put out. It's the same type of energy. So at 12:43 is the Hangman and the Three of Cups, the aggressor and the pacifier. And you notice in pacifier we have Phi. And this is the idea of crying wolf. Cry and come. Like Pavlov's dog. Cry equals come. 37 is time out. Time out is the King of Cups, 37, unconditional love. And again, that's the pause, time out. And then perseverance was below that, number 4, the Emperor. The Emperor perseveres and the unconditional love pauses for time out. The negative self-talk, lying, spying, immature child with cutting words, where the worst is over after the war, but there's still deception. It still exists, especially during the hours before dawn. Keeping cards close to your chest, his rib, saving, holding on for a rainy day. One fine day, he'll look at me, and you will know our love was meant to be. One fine day, you're gonna want me for your girl. So that came up. And then 10 of Cups, happy family, happy kids, but perhaps worried that he can't keep it up, right? Always making everyone else happy, but they're not happy. Busy bees and fond memories, or kids all grown up, and where'd the time go at 12:53, which is the Hangman and the Knight of Swords. And it was so funny because here we're talking about fond memories, and then my brother sent me some old pictures from him and my son together. It was really cute. So royal purples and fleur-de-lis and siblings, so mean to each other and then can be so loving as well. The divine masculine heart in the bat cave with kids, siblings, or fond memories of the past. And the Emperor reversed and Knight of Wands reversed, putting them on time out, or pissed and messing with them just for the fun of it or for their enjoyment or satisfaction. Or the Emperor reversed treated the Page of Wands upright differently than the Knight of Wands reversed at 101, harder on the one that's like them, perhaps comparing his childhood to him and his kids now, or just being nostalgic. In the recent past is the Queen of Wands reversed, pushing the King of Swords buttons. The Page of Wands upright is inspired to end pain and free themselves from the need to run away from a lie, a cheat, or someone stealing, to get away from hanging out with the fallen angel or the one with the bad temper, leaving them out in the cold, choking or muzzled. Can't sleep and rising above, or awake now and coming out. The Emperor reversed and the Empress upright. The Queen of Cups reversed and maybe a Scorpio, and the Queen of Wands reversed, ready to fight. The King of Swords upright and the Page of Wands upright. Aries upright and reversed, Capricorn upright, Sag reversed, Aquarius reversed, Taurus upright and reversed, which that can be 2 people, and then Scorpio reversed. The foundation here is the King of Wands upright shaman, the master of the house, not the feast. That's from the Les Mis. But it's coming up as the King of Wands shaman, the master of the house, that 70s show, offering truth to free themselves from prison, anxiety, fear. The truth shall set you free. Dumping emotional attachments and stuck without a peaceful place to go. No movement, a strike, stubborn, disabled. Then blown out of the water suddenly. Stubborn bull, or stubborn but under arrest, house arrest, or just demanding peace and quiet. A rest. exploding to get kids or workers to shut up. Centrally is the shadow, the devil, the web of darkness. The Hierophant reversed in a divorce or a break from the norm and starting over in love, suddenly no longer bored. The Knight of Cups reversed, jealous, insincere, rejected, or moody. Capricorn upright, Sag reversed, Taurus reversed, Aries and Aquarius reversed, challenged by the Four of Wands reversed, a move, a visit, an end of a marriage, or a secret that's out. Under the radar, secret passion, or failed to use their intuition. At 119, the Magician and the Sun. Failed spidiness, or in other words, Spider-Man-ness. Scaling walls and spying, or quiet enough to not wake a mouse. The Page of Pentacles opportunity with the Magician, with DNA strand, and the Magician and their assistant. The Queen of Cups reversed, left out, but not telling their feelings about the Devil's or Capricorn's wave with dysfunctional family, or at a service with an opportunity to talk but never happened. So here's like the Magician and one child with an assistant leaving the other child out, or perhaps a partner. Someone feels left out. Or there may have been a family gathering or a public gathering where the Queen of Cups may have felt there was an opportunity to talk to the Magician, but it never happened. Or somebody may have waved but just then ignored them. That could be at a funeral as well. That can be between family members as well. So the Magician's burdens, due to the Queen of Wands reversed under the radar and the Page of Pentacles with dysfunctional family or lost money or number or a member of the family, or it's an association where the membership has been capped. So sorry, the Queen of Cups reversed, rejecting their application, or was rejected by Capricorn or the Devil themselves, or family business or community, paying for the Page of Pentacles to learn or go to school, but waving goodbye to the Queen of Cups reversed, or perhaps not supporting them or helping them financially. So they're upset. The Knight of Cups reversed, challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, with the Magician upright and the Page of Pentacles upright between them. The secret is out of breakup or no affection and standing up for themselves, or Pisces reversed and Gemini reversed, standing up to the Knight of Cups reversed, and Sag, Aquarius, or Taurus reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Taurus reversed or Capricorn. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, focus on the baby and the two dogs, sniffing around the old man. Now for the masculine is the Five of Swords upright as the frog transforms into the prince, the growth spurt. As trouble with kids or the past is returning, near death, dead tired, or post-death, or never-ending story of no options. The Page of Cups upright and the King of Pentacles upright, home together, happy, revisiting old memories, ending a family cycle of unhappiness and healing, forgiving the stretch. Two Cups, the Two of Cups is reversed with no options, perhaps a divorce or no longer lovers, after chaos and lashing out of injustice of the surrender of or to the Emperor reversed under the radar, but failing to keep their mouth shut, or standing up to Libra or injustice, and pleased with self, awake and not getting up. Someone staying in bed for once, suffering in silence with dependent child, or powerless to the Devil with a mark on their head, powerless to having to choose one of two to let go of control of, pushed to the limit, or dumping on horny Devil, or crying, purging, overwhelmed due to codependency, yet thinking of someone else, and flame is present. Grieving loss, regret, and the past, the Knight of Cups reversed and the Sovereign reversed, both dependent, looking back at dumping on the Devil. Dumping the Devil or dumping on the Devil late at night, and now feeling badly, seeing performance revealed, or whistleblower breaking patterns or the facade, and working hard, or is burdened by a negative energetic exchange between Sagittarius reversed and Aquarius and Taurus reversed, left behind, and the Devil or Capricorn, Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, supporting the Page of Pentacles, magic act, or dependent kids of Capricorn burdened by the slings and arrows they sent. At 150 is the Magician and the Ten of Cups. Soon for the masculine is the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Divine Feminine's heart in the E tower, working hard to get past the King of Cups reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, emotional detachment, lying and spying, or mean words or no words at all, ignoring, burdened by the Queen of Wands reversed between them, and the Magician under the radar, secret passion. Depression, loss of hope, or arrogance of the Empress upright and the King of Wands upright, with the Queen of Swords reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, offering passion and growth but pretending not to know, or falling short and keeping their energy to themselves. Negative exchange between the Queen of Swords reversed and the King of Wands upright, and the Empress, who's upright, with depressed or Aquarius reversed. So depressed 2 kids, or Aquarius reversed and 2 kids, Page of Swords reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed, or the Empress upright and the King of Wands upright, but everyone around them is reversed, or negative energy or bad influence, under the radar or feeling a failure, implementing or strategizing a plan to work hard and keep emotions to themselves and no messages. Or the Empress with 2 kids, the King of Wands upright and the Knight of Wands reversed. And these could be older, right? Because we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So the Empress could be a grandmother with 2 older children, the King of Wands upright and the Knight of Wands reversed, or the King of Wands upright with the Queen of Swords reversed. That could be their partner, but the Knight of Wands reversed is depressed or a lost cause. So it's like a mother seeing their one child one way with their partner who they may not like, and then the other partner as a lost cause altogether. And the King of Cups reversed with nothing nice to say, or just not saying anything at all. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as the Ten of Swords upright, ending pain or painful ending or back pain and associated treatments, destined to implement a plan, or Libra to open the Divine Feminine's heart, moving, visiting the Queen of Pentacles upright, perhaps an Earth person with Cancer, Moon, or Rising, pushed to the limit with no more tears left to cry. Soulmate around the Divine Masculine, or how they are seen, is the Ace of Swords, truth out of suffering and silence and rejection. Could be a sister involved there too. And disconnect or breakup always was waiting just beneath the surface. The dolphin waiting to play ball, plumb, buoy, to remove the ball or the blocking, what's blocking the sunshine from penetrating the water, the dark spot. Grieving loss, regret, and the past, vulnerability and shyness, coming together at the workplace just to disconnect and then say goodbye. What's the point of that? Only seen because they paid admission to see the show. If you don't pay, you don't get in at 208, the High Priestess and the Strength card. Friends don't pay each other. They just are. Whether starring role, supporting role, or fair-weathered friend, the block for the masculine here is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Fixed, stuck, stubborn, disabled, not working, not moving an inch, trying to please another but never getting very far, can't satisfy them. So they retreat and they keep to themselves. The Knight of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. Siblings, partners, friends, and co-workers not seeing eye to eye or face to face. Too close for comfort or at a distance. Forgiveness comes up, but even more so manifestation and love partnership. The 5D world complete with romantic tie in the past, grieving mess-ups or screw-ups at 216, the High Priestess in the Tower, breaking the facade, breaking patterns of shadow work, addictions to dependence and negative energetic exchange, holding back time or true feelings. At 217, the High Priestess and the Star, and the Four of Swords reversed. No more pondering at the waterside. Uncomfortable energies of not sleeping and rising above, feeling numb, or awakening to crazy kids making noise, or illness, or no sun, or in need of sunshine. No more silence as the Page of Cups reverse closes their heart of the past to heal and forgive the strike and the flame, the lightning and thunder, and the horse with no name. Holding back time, money, and effort, and being strong, taming the beast, or taking the dog for a walk, to prepare for a new life. Time out. There's the pause. At 222, room 222 is that guidance counselor show. Follow your guidance. When all seem confused or losing the game, take a time out to strategize, pool, regroup, get on the same page, replace a player, or a quick breather, a rest, a break. Break the block, beat the clock at 2:26, the High Priestess and the Page of Wands, who's inspired. A big download to pass as the 5D message is held back. Injustice of the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, the dugout, with the King of Wands shaman in 10 innings overtime, with a taste of pain and yet victory on his chops. The truth about to be exposed, the anticipation, the Queen of Wands reversed, the shadow or the devil, and the challenge being the Four of Wands reversed, the move, end, or visit to the Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, or in other words, the nose bleeding section, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed in a growth spurt, frog to prince, no longer silent. Nobody puts baby in the corner, looking back at healing. Love, rain on me. A bit gun shy, needing a strong friend to tell their troubles to, perhaps a lion's heart, needing some mothering without judgment at 2:33, the High Priestess and the Christ vibration standing up for themselves on the high ground, taking the high road. The Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, 9 innings of birth, sometimes 10, or rounds. The Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands upright, codependency, shadow, and the challenge being moving, ending a marriage, visiting or visitation, and the frog growth spurt to prince. Ending pain or getting a massage, the Divine Feminine's heart in the E-Tower, with the truth just below the surface waiting to play catch. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, they woke up to play and speak. Woof! I know it's been rough, but don't be shy. I know you were caged at the SBCA or the ball camp, but you're free now to heal, and you don't have to do a thing. Just allow, and you'll feel like a king. My home is your home, my heart is your heart, and heaven is our castle, the thunderstorms our moat, the clouds our guards, point guards, and points for jam and dam, Quasimodo, and the Dom. And there's your read. I'm going to pull a card from the energy deck, and then we'll be all set. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, it's 4233, which is the Two of Cups and the Christ vibration. Standing up for yourself, taking the high ground. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what is the message? What is our takeaway from this read today? Strategy, and that definitely came up. Creating a plan or a strategy came up a couple times in this read. 21 is also the world. And there's very much the energy of the compass or the map, the, what's the word I'm thinking of? The atlas, okay? So the map, the atlas, journaling, but it's very much that energy of Columbus discovering America, because that's been coming up this week. Oh, and look, the key is in the lock up here. I didn't even notice that before. There's a compass there, a key in the lock, where everything comes together. It's like taking a pause to notice the things you never actually noticed before. Right? There's coins over here, the compass, the key in the lock, the journal, the feather, the star, and the moon. Right? There's some pens spilled over here, or ink spilled. And there's music written up here. They're actually notes. Okay, so there's music sheets up there that may have been scratched or rolled up for saving. Somebody might be opening up a cabinet to take out some old things to look at. So this is time to pause. And then we also have the man holding a heart, which is totally what the read was about. holding the Divine Feminine's heart. Okay, 45 is the grieving card. It's about grieving a loss or regret or the past, not letting go. Okay, this may be writing about it or going on an adventure like Columbus discovering America, discovering a new world, a whole new world with the 5D. Okay, so here's the world of completion and grieving the past, the masculine allowing himself to grieve the past. And there's a storm brewing. Number 10 is destined. The Wheel of Fortune was upright in the read today. So whatever comes your way is meant to be to change everything for you. And then you might have a test to see if you can pass, where a choice comes up again. And will you go into indecision, or will you choose a path? Remember, you can choose right or left, or you can choose to go back, or you can stay right where you are and choose to transcend and go up and down both at the same time in order to collapse. The bottom of the deck is the temple path. That's 12. So again, 12, 13, 14. 12 is the hangman. And this is also like the Garden of Prayer from Thomas Kincaid. And in that painting, there's actually a Jesus walking on the path back here. So that's coming up for a reason. 33 was coming up a lot of the Christ vibration. And these cards also want to be seen. So we had 4 cards come out already, and then another 4 are coming up. So the 44 and 8, which is the weight of the world. Again, it's the Atlas energy. 48 is that 8 of Cups, walking away within. That's like the genie in the bottle, but it's also like the sands of time, but there's no narrow point in the middle. Just saying there is no such thing as time. We don't need to wait. It just is what it is. The sand in the glass is still the same amount of sand. It just passed through the narrow part, the portal, the opening, the small opening, or the stenosis actually, where it was, what was I just getting? It was a little bit tense right there, right? Because everyone had to get through that little narrow space. And then it's like, getting through traffic, to get through that little space. But you can do it. You just let go and allow. You have time. There's no time, right? You're not in a rush to go anywhere. 18 is the moon with anxiety. Okay, so don't allow yourself to go and to feel rushed. That's when you start to feel anxiety because you feel like you can't do it in time. And then cornucopia of having gratitude each day, give thanks, make it Thanksgiving every day. With the 11 of justice, that's justice. And then the broken heart, that this has to do with expansion. You need to break the heart in order for it to expand. You need to cry and let the fluids out, right? Because whenever something breaks or you pull a muscle, it swells. Fluid goes in there to heal it. So you have to allow the fluid to come in to heal it, but then you have to allow the fluids to also go out of your body. And crying is one way to let those fluids out. 9 is endings, again. 11 is justice, the moon, and then the walking away within. So we have Atlantis and the pyramids. And I'm getting like this is the child, like there's 2 parent pyramids and then the child pyramid. And here's the child deciding on her own path. And sometimes at night, at night with the moon, you can get more anxious because we don't have full light. It's much easier to make decisions during the day when things are clear, right? During the day, when things are clear and things grow and there's fruit. That's why you should take advantage of the daylight. This is why people in the old days that didn't have all these modern conveniences would get up right when the sun came up, right? Or before the sun came up to make sure they got every minute of daylight. Because that's what's good for the heart. Sunlight's good for the heart, especially to heal it, okay? So we have these 4 first. The journaling, the adventure of the masculine, and it's like the Wizard of Oz, except he now is Dorothy. The masculine's Dorothy, and here's him going it alone. He's not leaning on the friends to tell him what to do. He wants to do this himself and forge his own adventure, like you know, Columbus discovering America, doing it on your own, forging your own path. And then the feminine energy over here, you know, still going through a little bit of anxiety, maybe because they're up at night when they should be doing it during the day, right? Giving thanks to the sunlight coming up in order to heal the broken heart and the expansion. And that could be the feminine side of the masculine as well. Okay, so remember the bottom, the underlying energy was the temple path. And there's like there's a swirl in the grass here. It's like follow the yellow brick road. Oh my. Follow the yellow brick road. It's like the two sets of 4 cards are like paralleling between the masculine and the feminine, right? Because the first 2 cards are these two. So one might use a pen to journal. The other one might save things in a glass, right? They may do things differently, but the same. The next 2 cards here, right? The masculine and the feminine. The next 2 cards are here, right? One is seeing the storm, the other one's seeing the abundance, right? The cornucopia, the sunlight coming in, right? The storm and then the sunlight that breaks through. And then the next set of cards are, one is indecisive and the other one's heart is breaking. One can't make a choice and the other one's heart has nowhere to go but to expand. And this one has nowhere to go but expand. Are they going to go this way, the back? Are they going to go up and down at the same time and collapse those old timelines? It's very interesting the way the cards came up today. This is the basic read for the read today. I'm losing my voice a bit here. And then we have the whole read in front of you here. Okay. So make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. And I think I covered everything I wanted to get today. Yeah. Make sure you rise and be loved, guys.